Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the stay-at-home mom tag. I love watching these videos just to kind of see everyone else's opinions on staying at home and their journey and all that stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to do and to kind of help you know a little bit more about me. I'm just starting YouTube, and so I thought this would be kind of a good introduction video. So keep watching if you want to hear my answers. Okay, so the first question is, are you a stay-at-home mom or a working-at-home mom? And I am a stay-at-home mom. I worked in between having my first baby and my second baby, but since right before I got pregnant with my third, I quit working to stay at home just because it didn't really make sense to pay for daycare and all that stuff and find someone to watch our kids. It just didn't even out. So yeah, I stay at home. I don't work from home. If you want to count this as work, it's kind of my hobby, just my outlet. It gets lonely being a stay-at-home mom, and so I kind of wanted to do this to kind of socialize a little bit. So yeah. And the second question is, why did you choose to stay at home? I kind of already answered that. Just because, like I said, it didn't make sense. I didn't want to miss out on my kids' childhood, especially when they're babies, because they're not babies long. And yeah, it's something that I kind of always wanted to do. I still get the urge to go back to work sometimes because, like I said, you don't get much socialization staying at home and, you know, having conversations with kids and all that stuff. But we are very blessed for me to be able to stay at home and to live off of one income, and so I'm very appreciative of it. Third question is, how old are your children? So I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and an 8-month-old. And my 8-month-old and 5-year-old actually have the same birthday. So they're Irish twins. So yeah, we've got 3, and I'm pretty sure that we are done. Fourth question is, are you a part of any mom or play groups? And the answer is no. I've thought about it. I kind of like to just socialize, you know, with other moms here on YouTube and stuff. But as far as like going out in a group or something, no. That kind of sparks some anxiety just because I'm like in between introvert and extrovert, and so I like to stay at home. I like, you know, my comfort zone, but at the same time I crave to socialize. But as far as like going out with a bunch of people I don't know and their kids, that's kind of nerve-wracking to me. But yeah, I've thought about it, but I haven't really done it yet. Fifth question, do you have it all together every day? And I think if anyone answered yes to this question, they'd have to be lying. No, I don't. And most days I don't have it together at all, not even halfway. Our life is very crazy and chaotic and running around all the time, chasing kids, fixing meals, doing laundry, all that, and so definitely not together. Next question, do you have a daily routine or go with the flow? I try to have a routine, and I guess I kind of do, just because, you know, dishes and all that stuff have to have clean cups for the kids and bottles for the baby and all that stuff. But as far as like strict, like I'm doing this at this time, no. Usually I just try and get as much as I can done during the day. It depends on, you know, the mood the kids are in, you know, if the baby's clingy and wanting to be held all day, or if my 3-year-old's having a bad day, or if the 5-year-old has school activities and stuff. And so it's kind of more go with the flow. I do what I can. Usually though, that adds a lot of stress, just because at the end of the day I realize that there's still so much left to do that didn't get done. And so I'm really trying lately to not expect too much from myself, and view it more as my main job is to not keep our house spotless. It's really to take care of our kids. You know, that's why I'm staying at home. Instead of paying or having family to watch our kids and raise them for more than half the day, I'm taking that job to watch our kids and to raise them. And so that is the main job above having a spotless house. Next question. How long do you plan to stay at home? So my plan is I want to be a teacher, and I'm probably like halfway done with my 2-year degree for associates for teaching. So my plan is, like I said, I have an 8-month-old, and so by the time that she starts pre-K or kindergarten, to have that 2-year degree done and to possibly go to work as a parapro, because I think it would be good to have the same schedule as, you know, our kids. So that is the plan, to possibly go back to work when she starts pre-K or kindergarten and then finish to the 4-year degree. I don't know if I will change my mind and just stay home until I finish the 4-year degree. It kind of just depends on, you know, finances and all that, and I don't know, it's a good ways away, and so we're just gonna kind of wait and see. Next question. Do you keep up with the housework or share? I mostly keep up with it. My husband, he works long days. He's gone for like 12 hours a day. He has like an hour commute one way. So I don't really expect him to do too much. It would be awesome to have more help. And I definitely get stressed about it sometimes, and sometimes I'll get bitter and, you know, feel like it's all on my shoulders. But, you know, like I said, he does work long days, and so if I ask him to do something, he's gonna do it, but it's not like we do it 50-50. I do the majority of it. Do you do anything on the side for extra money? No. I know when I try and declutter and stuff and clean the house, you know, I'll sell stuff, whether it be on Facebook yard sale or eBay or something like that, and sometimes that brings in, you know, maybe half the grocery bill for a week. It just kind of depends, but nothing steady, not like a steady side income or anything like that. What do you love about being a stay-at-home mom? I love just being able to be with my kids, experience all the first and all that. With my first baby, I went back to work when she was like 5 months, and so I did miss some of her first, like, you know, whether it be crawling, walking, realizing she cut her first tooth, you know, before anyone else or something like that. And so with Anna, my third baby, I'm getting to experience, you know, I got to see her do her first crawl and babbling and all this stuff. And so just being able to be there, being able to go to my 5-year-old's school functions without having to worry about asking for time off or, you know, anything like that. Being able to work my schedule around the kids' schedule and to be there for what they need and to not miss out on anything. The next question is, what do you hate about being a stay-at-home mom? Hate's a strong word. I don't really prefer to use the word hate, but the hardest part, I think, about being a stay-at-home mom is just being lonely for the most part. You know, I don't have another adult here during the day, and that's what I miss about working is, you know, even though it's a job, and, you know, most of the time jobs aren't fun, but you do get to socialize. You get to, you know, talk to other people during the day, and most of the time being here, all I have is the kids. My husband will call me on his lunch break. I call my mom a couple times a day just to like have some conversation, but it gets rough and it gets depressing sometimes, and you feel unappreciated, like it doesn't matter. what you do. You know, you clean up a mess and another mess comes right behind it, or even the same mess appears again. And it's just like, why did I even bother cleaning it up? But that's probably the hardest part. Just feeling unappreciated sometimes and lonely. That's definitely the hardest part of it, but it is worth it to me. Did you always know you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom? Yes. When I was a little girl, I fantasized about, you know, just having kids, being a housewife, staying at home with the kids, cooking meals, and all this stuff, having, you know, the home looking all nice when my husband comes home and all this stuff. And so I've always wanted to do it, and I'm very grateful that I'm getting to do it. So yeah, I've pretty much always wanted to do it, but I also want a career later on too. What does your partner do for work? So my husband is a supervisor at an automotive plant. They make car parts, and so he does that. He actually started out as a quality engineer, and then he promoted to supervisor. So that is what he does, and he works like an hour away from where we live, and so he's commuting back and forth, long drives, all that stuff. When do you shower, morning or night? Morning or afternoon usually. I tried doing the night shower thing. You know, that's like probably one of the biggest mom tips that I heard when my kids were little, and you know, when I first started out being a mom. But I just don't feel clean when I shower at night. I feel like okay in the morning, but then as the day goes on, I just feel nasty. So I do try and shower in the morning. Usually after I take my 5-year-old to school, I'll try and take a shower once we get back home. But sometimes things are crazy and it's after lunch or later before I get a shower. Do you put makeup on every day? No. It's rare now that I wear makeup, and I've kind of become more comfortable not wearing makeup. I used to feel like I looked horrifying without makeup, and I might, but I just kind of don't care anymore. I put makeup on Sundays when we go to church, if we're going on a date. If there's like a school function, I'll usually put on some makeup, but I don't go all out, and I don't even bother with it half the time because it's not extremely important to me. Do you style your hair every day? Does mom bun count? Because that's about all I do. I might straighten or curl my hair twice a month, and I know that's really bad, but most of the time I just throw it up, dry shampoo, you know, wash it every 2 or 3 days, and that's it. That's about all I do. Let's see. Do you work out and when? Like work out like the gym? No. Again, don't have time for it. We do have an exercise bike, but it's been a while since I've used it. I kind of like to view cleaning as a workout, maybe. Because I mean, it's active. You get your heart rate up, you get hot, and all this stuff. So if that counts, then yeah. Alright. What does your cleaning schedule look like? I actually have one typed out. I don't follow it all the time, but I found that it's easier for me to kind of focus on like deep cleaning. When I say deep cleaning, I mean like dusting, vacuuming, mopping, whatever besides just picking stuff off the floor is one room a day, and that kind of makes it easier. There are weeks to where things are just so crazy with the kids that I try and cram it all in, usually like on a Saturday when my husband's home to help with the kids. So I have a schedule, but I don't always follow it. But my daily stuff is, you know, obviously dishwasher, usually a load of laundry, sweeping up the floor, picking up toys, all that stuff, the usual. Let's see. Do you ever have alone time with your significant other? Yes. We're usually pretty good about, in the evenings when he gets home, spend time with the kids, play with them, do whatever, eat dinner together, and then we try and get them in bed kind of early, just because my 5-year-old will not get up in the morning if she doesn't go to bed by like 8:30. So we do that, and then that kind of gives us a couple of hours of alone time. And then on the weekends and Sundays, you know, we do get some alone time. We don't always go out on a date, but usually sometimes after church, my parents might watch 2 out of 3 kids or 1 kid, or sometimes all of them, and then we'll go and have lunch by ourselves or something like that. So it's not as much as we'd like as far as like date nights go, but we do make sure to like have some time without the kids, even if we're all in the same house, if that makes sense. Do you ever have me time? Sometimes. That one's kind of rare. I don't like going out when my husband's home necessarily, just because we don't have a lot of time together, just because he works so much during the week. But I don't know, sometimes during the week, maybe every couple of weeks or something, I'll find a family member to watch the kids, and I might go run a couple of errands for an hour or 2, or go get my nails done for an hour if I'm like just really overwhelmed. Then, you know, that's usually what I'll do. I'll call my mom and see if she can take the kids, you know, for an hour or 2 and just go chill. I don't do it as much as I think I need to, just because usually when I do get to do it, I'm like about to explode with being overwhelmed. And if you're a mom with kids and stuff, you probably know what I mean. Like, you just kind of let yourself get past the point of no return. Like, you're just so fed up and so overwhelmed and exhausted that you just can't take it anymore. And I know if I like were to schedule or, you know, have a routine of having me time, even an hour a week, you know, it probably wouldn't build up as much, because I am taking the time to take care of myself. But right now it's not happening, but that is on the goal list for this year. And that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a little bit about me. Feel free to comment down below and leave me your answers to some of these questions. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.